What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy Dan, a Lakers fan, coming to you guys after a loss to the Boston Celtics, our second one of the preseason. We lost 86-81, but overall this was a victory for Laker Nation, for the true fans, the ones who know basketball truly. This was truly a victory. We got to really see what these young kids could do, and I'm really pleased, guys. Welcome everybody to the live broadcast. I just want to let you guys know that I hate to say it, but I told you so, especially everybody who was panicking. Shame on everybody who called Lonzo Ball a bust, all right? Everybody who called Lonzo Ball a bust after his first game should seriously consider deleting their accounts or just stop watching basketball, because you guys really don't know basketball. And that's the politest way I could say it to you guys. But to everybody who, obviously didn't jump the gun and make a ridiculous assumption like that, then congratulations, you're at least an average NBA fan with knowledge. So, moving on, the kid got a triple-double. What more can I say? I mean, sure, his jump shot still wasn't falling at a high clip rate, but that's something that's going to be very fixable. I wouldn't even worry about it, guys. Honestly, his shot is on target. It's on line. All he needs to do is tweak it a little bit, but because it's a little bit flat. But once he tweaks it, that thing's going to be cash money. And like I said, I told you guys this yesterday on the video. I said he's going to be a triple-double threat every single night. You can just see it. The way he rebounds the ball, pushes the pace. He runs the point guard like his name was Steve Nash or Jason Kidd. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. I was just letting everybody know that, for all you guys who jumped the gun and were saying he was a bust, there it is, right? You guys don't know basketball. So I got nothing more to say to all the haters that were saying Lonzo Ball's a bust this early on. But this was more than Ball tonight. I was really impressed with all the young players overall since yesterday and today. Yesterday was Thomas Bryant balling out, getting rebounds, hustling, putbacks, stretching the floor, doing a little bit of everything, running. And today it was the other two. Josh Hart played amazing on both ends. He's a two-way player. He plays defense, he hustles, and he lives up to his name. He plays with a lot of heart. And he can score, guys. I like his athleticism, and he uses his body, his upper body strength. And, Kyle Kuzma might be the steal of the draft. Everybody's already mentioning Kyle Kuzma, man. I got to tell you, I'm really happy with that pick. He had over 30 points. I believe it was 31. Let me check the stat sheet just to make sure. I think he had, what was it? Yep, 31 points for Kuzma, guys. And it was pretty efficient as well. And he could have had more if he would have finished some of those layups and some of those baskets under the rim that he had. But I'm super happy with this game, tonight's results. Again, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again today. Lonzo Ball is a great player. He's going to be a great player in this league. It's going to take some time to develop, and of course his jump shot still needs some tweaking, but the form doesn't look as bad as people were saying, and his shot is online, so it's not too much of a fix. One thing I will criticize about Lonzo Ball, as great as his game was, he could have had a lot more points. He could have helped out the team a little bit more if he would have just attacked to finish. Like, he needs to make better decisions when he gets past his defender. He blew by his guy, just finish like he did at the end of the game when he got that dunk, right? Once he gets past his guy, finish hard. What up, Andre? What's up? I just seen you on Twitter. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard. But like I was saying, Lonzo's really special. You guys finally got to see it tonight. I know we're emotional as Laker fans. And yes, thank you, Jesus, for pointing it out. Yes, unfortunately, the biggest loss in the game was that Josh Hart got injured, right? And you never like to see that. Hopefully, he's okay. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. I didn't see the play when he landed. The cameras didn't really show well what happened, but we got at least 4 good young players that are gonna probably get some minutes on this roster. I really like Josh Hart starting. I mean, we probably would have won yesterday if Josh Hart and Kuzma would have started as well. But great improvement by the young players. I'm really pleased by everybody, especially Lonzo, of course. And if you guys notice, yes, everybody, you guys are mad because we lost. Okay, but we lost Josh Hart at the end of the game. We didn't have Brandon Ingram like I predicted yesterday. Most likely Magic Johnson was going to take him out, and he did. You can't risk losing a player like that, right? But this is really exciting, guys, because what Lonzo does is he controls the flow of the game, the tempo. Even when he's not scoring, he has taken over the game in many different facets of the game. He got some hockey assists as well that they don't count, right? But he was just pushing the pace, moving the ball, moving the rock. And it's just a beautiful thing to watch because it becomes contagious. He's already changing the culture of this team, and he hasn't even played for the actual Lakers team in the regular season. So the culture is already changing. Guys are going to love playing with him. It's going to be a beautiful thing to watch. The Lakers, this is a huge night and day difference between D'Angelo and Ball. Ball's completely unselfish. He plays to win. He doesn't play for stat padding. He got a triple-double, but he ended up completing that triple-double at the very end when he found out he was close to it. But the bottom line is a lot of those shots he passed up, he did it because he's unselfish. Now, Magic's going to talk to him. He's going to get under him and let him know that when he gets that close to the rim after beating the defender, try to finish hard at the basket. But still, guys, it was a beautiful thing to watch, man. Lonzo, he was hitting him with the no-look passes. He was hitting him with the sick-ass bounce passes in between defenders. His court vision is second to none in this league. Who's the best passer in the NBA in your guys' mind right now? It has to be, Lonzo's right up there, no matter who you guys pick. So, he got a triple-double already this early in his career, and we should get used to it because he was a great rebounding guard in UCLA, and he just makes everybody better, everybody. So, I'm not hating on D'Angelo. It's just what I'm saying is that Russell was a score-first type guard, and Lonzo is actually an unselfish, actual point guard who's going to get everybody involved. You can see that guys like Kyle Kuzma benefit from playing with guys like Lonzo. He had 31 points. Not saying it was all because of Lonzo, because Kuzma also hit some shots and he was able to create for himself. But guys that normally don't excel will play better with Lonzo Ball. He's going to make everybody better. That's what he did in UCLA. You saw it. We had a shot to win tonight, even though they had Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and a couple other good players on that team. If we had Ingram, I'm sure we would have won. But again, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is that hopefully Josh Hart's okay because he's going to be a heck of a backup. Or he might even start if we don't get a free agent. Who knows? Because he's a two-way player. And yes, our bench was trash. Thanks for pointing it out, Jose. The bench was trash. Every time they got on the floor, we started losing the lead. And eventually we lost the game. But, you can't play the starters all 40 minutes of the game, right? But bottom line is that this was a great game to shut down all the haters who don't have any basketball IQ. That Lonzo's a bust. This kid is triple-double. Who's doing that in the Summer League, right? And it's just the Summer League. It's just one game. I'm not going to overhype him. I'm not going to say he's already a Hall of Famer, I take it game by game, and I look at it, like I said, I'm always looking towards the future. This kid has a bright future. I said it since we drafted him, since before we drafted him, right? But it is what it is. Guys, don't even trip. Laker fans, be excited. We have a bright future with Brandon Ingram. He's going to be taking over games. Lonzo's going to be, rebounding, pushing the pace, controlling the pace of the game. It's just going to be a beautiful thing to watch. Lakers basketball is officially going to be back this season. Even if we have a losing season, it's going to be an exciting losing season, and the young players have already grown. You can see it. Brandon Ingram, guys like that. I'm really excited to see what guys like Julius do for us, right? It's just going to be super hype, guys, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I'm just stoked. This happened better than I imagined it. The way Lonzo played tonight. If this was 2K, he'd have the Hall of Fame Dimer badge. That's how great he played. So that tells you everything of what I think of Lonzo. And yeah, Tatum is nice as well. I give it to him. Tatum is really nice. He looked like a vet out there the way he was posting up. He has an array of post moves and good footwork. So yeah, Tatum is nice. Unfortunately, but I like I said, I'm so happy we got. I would not trade Lonzo for anybody. So far, what I've seen in Summer League, Lonzo just makes his teammates so much better over anybody, right? But if you guys have any questions, let me know, man. Why is Zubac playing so soft? Man, it's Summer League. I'm not really going to judge Ivica Zubac when he had a great season last year. So let's give him time, guys. Let's learn from all the hypocritical fans that are talking about Lonzo was a bust in the first game. Give these young players time. They're going to get better, Maybe, he got a little out of shape. I don't know. I don't know what the case is with Zubac, but he looked a little bit better today, Vanderblue looks like the only okay bench player. Yeah, and he didn't get a lot of minutes today, but it's because Vanderblue plays a little more selfish. He needs to move the ball more. That's the only thing about Vander. Kuzma is a meta-type defender. Good point. Kyle Kuzma is a great defender, guys, and he was able to stay in front of Tatum. Tatum was just able to hit some shots here and there, but they weren't all over Kuzi. He was able to do a good job. He held him to like 6 points in the first half. So I'm really hyped, you know. Lonzo's outside shooting. No, I'm not concerned on his outside shooting because I'll tell you what, his form's not that bad. People say it's ugly, this and that, but it's a quick release. Sure, he's getting it a little low, but if he just tweaks it a little bit and arcs it a little bit higher, we had a similar problem with Brandon Ingram last year. Now look at it. Now look at it. His thing is wet. So I'm not really concerned with Lonzo Ball's shot. And then, as you can see, he hit the last shot, you know, even though he stepped out of bounds. But his shot's not as bad as it looks right now. He has a quick first step, which really surprised me. I didn't think he was that quick. He looks a little bit out of shape. Like he hasn't really played since, I guess, 4 months ago or whatever. But he will get back into that game shape as time progresses. I heard he was dinked up and all that. I don't want to make any excuses for him, but he does look a little out of shape. Once he gets back into basketball shape and the season gets under him, you know, he gets used to everything. Pretty much, he's just getting his feet wet. Once that happens, he's going to be a lot better off, guys. His shot's going to start falling. You know, it's just a little bit flat. That's the only thing. But I'm not worried about it, man. Neither should you guys. He really has all the tools to be a great player in this league, and we saw that on display tonight. You know, he dropped a triple-double, 11, 11, and 11. So, there it is. Exactly. Yo, I can't wait to see that game on Monday versus De'Aaron Fox. Because Fox, he balled out. He balled out yesterday. So, I'm really hyped to see him, you know, do his thing against De'Aaron Fox, a top-notch defender. So, yeah, Justin Jackson looked good for your Kings yesterday. I agree. This Mitch guy, you're about to get booted, buddy. You guys don't know basketball. Anybody who says Lonzo's a bust doesn't really know the game. The game's not all about scoring points. The game is also about getting others involved. Defense, it's about rebounding. Everything. The way Lonzo controls the pace of the game, he doesn't have to score a single point. He could be effective without even scoring a single point, guys. So, you don't know basketball if you say that. You're going to get blocked. Whatever, troll. Go back to Clipperland or wherever you came from. It don't even matter. I'm hyped, guys. He says he's a LeBron fan. Yeah, unfortunately, he's a LeBron fan. But what young player from, you know, our new generation is it? You know, that's just who they grew up watching. We grew up watching Kobe Bryant, you know, Steve Francis, Allen Iverson. They grew up watching LeBron. So it is what it is. I'm not really gonna knock the kid for liking LeBron. Exactly. 0102. You're smart. Loyal Laker fans will never complain over no summer league losses. We got to take the bright things out of this, you know. It's all good. There was so many positives out of this game that just shows us that Magic and Rob are leading this team in the right direction. Now, I'm still very patient and waiting to see what free agent we land. We need some veterans to go along with all this youth, right? But there's still plenty out there, and maybe our strategy is going to be wait till the money dries up on the market, and we can maybe land a steal. I'm still hoping for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope from the Detroit Pistons, as he became an unrestricted free agent. But I'm not going to keep my hopes up like that because he's a great player, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of offers for him. Probably most likely more money and job security for multiple years. So, you know, if we do land him, that's going to be the biggest get of the summer, you know. But it is what it is, guys. I'm really hyped. Everybody here should be really hyped, guys. Our future looks really bright. Now we have a really good young core that can compete with all these other young cores, right? So last year we weren't sure who we can build around, right? Ingram was still a question mark. He looked weak at the beginning of the season, but we knew he was special. He had all the tools, right? But all right, question. Dan, where do you see Kuzma fitting in? Because Randall and Nance be taking all the minutes at power forward. Well, I'm pretty sure Luke Walton's going to fit him in. He could play some small forward. He can maybe even play some two guard. I don't know. But Kuzma's going to fit in, guy. He's a hustle guy. He plays defense. He rebounds, plays hard. He's smart, too. He makes some pretty good bounce passes. So he's going to fit in perfectly wherever. It's positionless basketball is where the league is heading. So it doesn't really matter, you know, where you put him, as long as he's on the floor getting minutes and helping the team. And he can shoot, so that's a big plus. But yeah, guys, like I said, Even Nwaba looked really good, David, in the first quarter. But of course, he still needs to work on the jumper because all he can do right now is drive. He really needs to work on that jump shot. I'm ready for that Kings Lakers, bro. I'm ready on that on Monday. That's probably the game I'm mostly looking forward to this summer. You know, I want to see that rematch between Fox and Ball. But I do love the fact that these coaches are giving Ball a lot of minutes. You know, they're letting him get comfortable, and it is what it is. I mean, the kid looked great out there tonight, and I couldn't be happier for him. Like I said, his jump shot is just a minor tweak. I said it last year for Brandon Ingram. I don't know if you guys have been following me for a while. I said Brandon Ingram just needs to tweak his jumper a little bit, right? He's shooting it a little late on his release. And as soon as he tweaked that, the coaching staff, when they came in with Magic and all of them, he started, tweaking it. And now look at his jump shot. It was wet yesterday. So that's just a sign of things to come. But yes, Lonzo was amazing. His passing, oh my goodness, man. I haven't seen passing like that since Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, you name it. He's going to be right up there, guys. He still needs to work on a couple of little things. Like there was one play where he took it all the way to the rim, and instead of laying it up, he dished it off to Thomas Bryant, and that ended up being a foul. But that could have potentially been an and one, and it didn't count against his field goal percentage. So he needs to learn how to just lay those up. He has a quick first step, very underrated, and his crossover was nice as well. He crossed up a couple of Celtic defenders a couple of times and got right to the rim, but he's looking to create, right? When he hung in the air and he kicked it out to Josh Hart for that three-pointer, he's looking to create. So he's just going to have to tweak his mindset a little bit. He'll learn. He's young. But when you get in that close, you got to finish. That's the only thing. That's my only gripe about his game tonight. But everything else, man, he's taking the open shots. Even though they're not falling right now, they will. So I'm not worried about it. If you guys remember, D'Angelo Russell and Brandon Ingram also had a poor shooting summer league, so I'm not worried about it, guys. It's all good. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, pimp. Pimpin'. Mr. Cool Guy. Why, he's trolling you guys? Lonzo trash. Oh, God. And unfortunately, this guy's Mexican like me. Hey, Mr. Cool Guy, you're making us look ignorant. Come on, bro. You got to represent, you know? Mr. Cool Guy just got blocked, guys. So I gotta tell you what. Anybody who thinks Lonzo is trash, give me 3 valid points. I bet you can't even come up with 3 reasons why he's trash. Like, they're just talking out of their ass. Let's be serious. How is he trash? He does multiple things right. The only thing that he's not doing right is finishing at the rim right now. But his shot's gonna be wet. He's gonna learn how to finish when he gets to the rim. He can finish. You guys saw him dunk at the end. You guys saw his layups. He looks good. So I gotta tell you, Abraham, I'm Mexican too, bro. I gotta tell you guys, there's not a lot of tweaking to do. I don't see a lot of weaknesses. He needs to work on his defense, mostly his on-ball defense, right? Because sometimes he shifts a little too much, and guys blow by him. But he'll learn to use his body to cut off the guards from coming in. But am I going to a season opener in LA? Hey, man, if I'm good, I paid all my bills and everything. I'm gonna be there for sure. But yeah, this minor tweaks to his game. Now, Josh Hart showed me something tonight. He showed me he can contribute right away. He's ready. He had all 4 seasons under his belt. He's ready to come in and just contribute. So I'm really hyped for that, as well as Kuzma. Kuzma's gonna be a part of the rotation. Now, Thomas Bryant tonight showed that he still needs to work on catching the ball, because they were throwing bullets at him, and it looked like he had break hands tonight. But just one game. Again, I'm not going to go too hard on him. He showed out yesterday, so now we know what he can do, and we're going to start expecting that from him. But it is what it is, All our young kids look great overall. So far in the summer league, they look amazing. They look better than I expected them to look. I thought for sure Lonzo was going to look great, which he did. He has so far. I thought Josh Hart out of Villanova, I thought he was going to be great because he has that experience and he's a champion, and he's a two-way guard. But Kuzma surprised me, and Thomas Bryant has surprised me so far. So, all right, I'm going to take a couple of questions, guys. Let's see what you guys got for me today. Have you heard any rumors about signing Rondo? No, the Lakers did mention that we're not close to signing anybody right now, as in this current moment. I think they're looking at the summer league and trying to see what kind of, because a lot of these guys are going to be on their team. So you can kind of evaluate what we need just by looking at the summer league roster, you know. But it is what it is. Right now, we're not close to anybody. I think the Lakers are waiting to see if the Washington Wizards they're gonna match the money to the for Otto Porter, and if not, we should pursue Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really hard, because that guy would be perfect in the backcourt with Lonzo. All right, more questions. How long do you think it will take Lonzo to adjust? How long do I think? I think by the end of preseason, I think he'll be ready. I think his shot will look better. I think his defense will have improved a little bit. The kid is really smart, so I don't see a major adjustment for him. The way he plays, minor tweaks here and there. That's all. Appreciate that, Abraham. Thanks for the sub, buddy. But yeah, minor tweaks. What do I predict is going to be the starting lineup? I say, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping it's this. I'm hoping it's Lonzo Ball at point, KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at shooting guard, Brandon Ingram at small forward, and at power forward, Julius Randle. I still can't wait to see what he does with his newfound body. And at center, Brook Lopez. So that's a very good starting lineup. Of course, they still got to get used to each other in the preseason and everything, but I'm liking it. Jonathan Simmons is another good prospect. Good point. Problem. That's a good point. These kids already grew on me, guys. I see what they're going to become now. You know, it only takes a couple of games to see it. They can still surprise me or underwhelm me, but what do I think about Zoo? Zoo played great last season. I can't really judge him that much. I'm not going to hate on him. He has nice touch. He continues to show his nice touch. He needs to work on his defense. He needs to work on I'm not sure if he needs to lose weight or put on muscle, but it's going to be one of those two things, because he's a little bit behind the pace. But he's not far off, you know. He's not very far off. I really like Zoo. I think his body of work last year speaks volumes to what he could become. But of course, he still needs to put in the work. All these young players still need to put in the work. Even Brandon Ingram, although Brandon Ingram is the closest to what we expect. So, very excited. Any more questions? Hit me, guys. Hit me with them questions. I'm feeling good today, man. I got to tell you guys, better bounce back game for the young players than I thought they would have. And you could tell that the young Laker players love Lonzo, because every pass he gave them, they were looking to give him an assist. They were looking to score. They put their head down in transition, and they were just. That's how you know that Lonzo's going to be a great leader, when your players play for you like that. So, is Zoe Rookie of the Year? It's too early to tell, man. I would like that, but it's too early to tell, because this is a great draft. One of the greatest ones I've seen. Probably the greatest one I've seen since 2003, to be honest. So it's going to be right up there. So I don't know. I can't answer that. Ask me again, like maybe around December, and I'll tell you. Good question, though. Who will they send to the G League? I expect Thomas Bryant to be there. He looked a little bit more raw today. I expect us to sign him to a two-way, one of those new two-way contracts where they can come back to the league and go down to the G League and come back up. So, do I think Lonzo rushes his three-point shot sometimes? No. If anything, I actually think he needs to just arc it a little bit higher, because his release point is like right here. So when he has like a Sean Marion kind of chest shot, and I feel like his own hands get in the way of his vision. I think for a shooter to be good, they should always shoot it at least above their head. That way the vision never disconnects from the rim, right? I've played basketball before, you know, organized basketball. I know I was a great shooter. I know that when you're looking at the rim, it just your shot percentage is so much better, because when you're in a zone and you start feeling it and you're looking at that rim, it's almost like you're putting your hand in the rim when you shoot. It just feels like you're just dunking the ball into the rim when you get in the zone. So it's very crucial for him to have that arc. He needs a little bit of arc. If you guys notice, most of his shots would bounce and come out, or you know, they would just like rattle out. So he just needs a little bit more arc, and that all comes with the release point, right? Good question, guys. Good question. Do you see Kuzma getting time in the rotation this year? Definitely. He's showing out in this summer league. He's showing he's versatile. He had a nice little bounce pass to the cutter today. He had some very good entry passes, and he can stretch the floor, defend, rebound, and run. So he's everything that they're looking for. I definitely see him in the rotation. Why don't they mention the blocks and the steals he gets when he pokes the ball? Oh yeah, Lonzo Ball. That's a good point, by the way. Great job. Lonzo Ball is a very underrated in the lane defender. Like, he will come over and help and poke the ball away, and he will play the passing lanes really well. So he is underrated in that sense. He just needs, like I said earlier, he needs to work on his on-ball defense, like one-on-one. That's my only knock on him. But he has the athleticism and the size to do it. So I don't really see that as a problem for him. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Coffee, man. You always giving me good compliments. I appreciate you, bro. My opinions on Thomas Robinson. Great question. I really like Thomas Robinson. The only problem with that is that I think Magic Johnson is moving towards a different, how can I say this? A different era. Like, he's trying to evolve with the game. The game is now made for big men who can stretch the floor, like Kuzma. Like, even Thomas Bryant hit his only 3 he shot, you know. And I feel like the game is changing. So as the game changes, I feel like Rob Pelinka and Magic Johnson are trying to adapt. So I'm not sure about Thomas Robinson. I really liked him, though. I love his hustle, how hard he plays and everything. But his jumper is very questionable. Who knows if that can improve. I missed your question. Go ahead and ask it again, bro, because the thing is going so fast. I might miss a couple of you guys' questions. I apologize for that. Do we have a backup point guard on our roster? Good question. At this point, I don't think we do. I think you could put Clark's in there or Josh Hart right now, but they're more combo guards, so I'm not sure. But we could bring Tyler Ennis back, or we can just get Rondo or somebody like that. But we'll see. That's a good question. We do need a backup point guard for sure. All right. Any more questions? Hit me, guys. Do you believe Brandon Ingram will be in the running for Most Improved Player of the Year? I think so. I think Brandon Ingram could easily score 20 to 22 points this season if everything goes according to plan and he stays healthy. Now, the key is health because, as you saw, he was already cramping up in the first game of Summer League, so he needs to stay hydrated and in shape. But it's just the sky's the limit for Brandon Ingram. He's lanky, he's athletic, great defender. Reminds me of Tayshaun Prince on the defensive end. And on the offense, he has the ability to be like the next Kevin Durant. So those are lofty goals for him, but I think he can reach something at least reminiscent of that. Right? Who's our go-to scorer? Obviously, I think it's going to be Brandon Ingram. If not him, then they might rely a lot on Brook Lopez just because of his experience, and he did average 20 points a game last year. So, you know, Brandon Ingram, an all-star, too early to tell. The way he played in Summer League, he played great, but again, he was going up against different competition. We can't jump the gun on anything. Just like I can't be too negative, I can't be too positive. But all the signs point to, yes, he will be an all-star. How soon? I don't know. That depends on how much work he puts in and how quickly he learns. But so far, he's looking great. Did you see the pass So did over dude's head? Yes, and that's what Lonzo brings, the court awareness. He sees somebody turning their head and their guy cutting, he's going to hit him every time. And that's on another level, guys. We're not used to that kind of point guard on our team, and it's going to take some getting used to, but it's just a beautiful thing. He shocked me with that one. I like the bounce pass he had to Kuzi, too. That was nasty, man. Do you think Randall will develop a consistent jump shot from 3? I hope so, because I really like Julius. He's a hustle guy. He plays hard. He attacks the rim. I like Randall, but if he doesn't, I can easily see Kuzma replacing him, especially because he's on a contract year, and we're not going to overpay for a player that can't, progress with what the NBA is doing. So we'll see. But he definitely has Kuzma right on his heels already, just because of how versatile he is, right? He could run the floor as well, so we'll see. Who do you think we will realistically have for 2 max guys in 2018? Zach, that's a good question. I know that most likely we're getting Paul George, so that's 1. I'm hoping for Russell Westbrook, but most likely it'll be DeMarcus Cousins or LeBron. If I had to choose between LeBron and DeMarcus Cousins, a lot of fans will kill me for saying this because, obviously the main goal is to win, and LeBron gives you the better chance to win it all, but I'd rather have DeMarcus Cousins just because the way we're molding the team, LeBron would come in here and he'd trade away whoever he just doesn't want, and I don't like that. I'm really you know, as a Laker fan, we become, as you can see with D'Angelo, we become attached to our young players. So I love our young core so much. Yo, PG-13 and Westbrook will be a dream scenario for me. You know, you could easily move Westbrook to the 2, play Paul George at the 3, and you could put Brandon Ingram at the 4. I mean, we can make it work. That's not really a problem. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Brian. I don't want LeBron on the Lakers neither. But if it happens, I'm going to cheer for it because whoever's wearing that purple and gold, I always cheer for him, man. We got to stay faithful. What do I think of Harden's $228 million extension? Hey, I can't hate. You know, the league is making a lot of money, so most of this money goes to the owners. I can't hate on players for making, you know, getting a bigger part of the money. They are what we watch at the end of the day. So shout out to James Harden for getting your bread. You know, that's all I got to say about that. You want a perimeter defender? Actually, yeah. That's like I said, KCP would be perfect. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is a great. He's, in my opinion, he's probably the best shooting guard defender in the league. That would be a sick lineup. That would be a sick lineup. Lonzo Ball, Paul George, Ingram, Randall, and Cousins. Yes, I like it. Yeah, yo, Jeffy, Lonzo Ball's special. I've been telling people not to overhype. Don't overhype him, but don't call him a bust after one game. You know what I mean? Just chill, simmer down. I know. I get the fact that Laker fans are hungry and they want to see greatness every single game. But remember, these kids are young. They're kids. You know, it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's going to be all worth it because Lonzo has all the tools, man. Clarkson or Hart? Good question, man. She's coming with all the good questions. Clarkson or Hart? If I had to choose one, I'd go with Clarkson just because he's already proven, and we've only seen a small sample size from Hart, but I'm really liking Hart, man. If Hart continues to play like this consistently, you know, Clarkson better watch out because Hart's already showing he can play defense. Now, this is the D League. I'm sorry, not the D League. This is the Summer League, and he needs to show it on the next level as well. So I can't really make that choice yet. But ask me again around December, and I'll tell you. D'Lo looked sad watching the Lakers play yesterday. Man, I feel a little bit bad for D'Angelo. He's a good kid, you know what I mean? Yeah, people call him snitch and all that, but he's just young, and everybody makes mistakes. We're all human, right? But I'm going to miss the whole ice in the veins. I was a big fan of Russell. I'm still hoping he does great in Brooklyn, but except when they play us. But, you know, I feel a little bit bad for Russell. I'm sure he wanted to stay and be a part of the Lakers when we start contending again. But it is what it is. You know, I support the move just because it cleared cap and brought us back an all-star. So, Jaylen Brown or Ingram? That's easy. Ingram all day. I'd take Ingram over Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum because Ingram's just longer. I think he's a smarter player as well. I mean, did you guys see that no-look pass Magic Johnson-esque he had yesterday? So, he's just a well-rounded player and he plays defense. I'll take Ingram over pretty much a lot of young players in this league. The only people I won't take Ingram over, and this is just me being a basketball fan. You know, this is just me being a unbiased fan. I won't take Ingram over Giannis, not yet at least. Right now, if I had to pick between Giannis and him, I'd definitely take Giannis. You know, the Greek freak. I won't take Ingram over Karl Anthony Towns. Right? Karl Anthony Towns is amazing. Maybe in the future, like I said, I think Ingram has a lot of potential, but currently I'll still take Karl Towns. But I'll take Ingram pretty much after that over any young player in this league other than those two. Now in the future, Ingram might end up being, you know, MVP type material, so that could change easily. But, you know, he said D'Lo is banned from Lakers' mouth. Why? Why hate on the kid? He didn't do nothing wrong to us. I mean, if anything, he brought us back a great young asset in Kyle Kuzma, and he helped us clear cap. So you guys should, you know, love that. Ingram grew an inch. That would be amazing. Imagine a 7-foot small forward. God, that would be insane. He'd be truly unstoppable. Who is the Greek freak? You want me to pronounce the name, don't you? I could say it. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bam. He snitched. Come on, bro. It didn't affect your life. You shouldn't be You shouldn't be dramatic about it. You know, if it didn't affect your life, I say I don't judge people based on things they didn't do to me. You know what I mean? You can't really, because you weren't really there. So it is what it is. Do you think Ingram needs to work on his three-point shot? I think, yeah, of course. They all need to keep working on it, but he already has shown improvement. His form looks a lot better. It just looks more fluid. All right, guys, I'm going to take 3 more questions, and I'm going to get off, man, because I want to go ahead and finish watching the Summer League game with Markelle Fultz. But I appreciate you guys for coming on, fam. If I didn't get to your questions, sorry. You know, I try to answer, talk to the camera, and read at the same time. It's kind of hard to multitask, but I'll get you guys next time. Alright, do you think Brook Lopez return after next year? If we get 2 max contracts, I think the Lakers will be willing to go over the cap to re-sign Lopez and definitely win a championship. And I could definitely see him re-signing with us for a little bit cheaper, maybe like, you know, 18 to 20 mil. But yeah, I could see that happening. Lakers, we're a franchise that we will go over the cap to win a championship. So depends on how he plays too, though. How many wins this year? Currently, as we are constructed, I would give us 33, which is improvement, you know. But if we're able to land a good defensive shooting guard, then maybe 40. So we'll see. I might be wrong, but hopefully more. I'm hoping for more. Hart, man. You got to be happy with that Josh Hart pick. That other kid looked good, though. I don't want to pronounce his name. I don't want to mispronounce it, but he looked good. Ali. Sorry, Ali. Lakers 8 or 7 seed. Depends on the free agency. If we're able to get Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I definitely see us cracking that 8th or 7th. But it depends because the West got even more stacked. Thanks, bro. Thanks for the compliment. Yep, it's that Marvel's Capcom. What you guys know about that? All right, guys. One more question. Whoever hits me first. Who will be better, Lonzo or Westbrook? Come on, bro. Seriously? They're 2 complete different players, man. I'm not going to compare them. Westbrook's already a superstar, Hall of Fame type guy, so I'm not even going to go there. But I hope Lonzo Ball. All right, one more question. Last one. Difference between Lonzo and D'Angelo Russell. Good question. That's my last question, guys. But I'm glad Sony, or is it Sonny? I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. I'm glad you made it a good question. Difference between Lonzo Ball and D'Angelo Russell is huge. You can already see it in Summer League, all right? D'Angelo Russell was a better isolation one-on-one, score-in-your-face type guy, right? Now, he was very streaky. Some games, you know, he shot really well, and some games he would disappear. So that's the only knock on him throughout his career so far. But I think he will improve. But I will say this. Lonzo Ball is a true leader, a true point guard. He makes everybody better. He truly is the true definition of a point guard. And you can see he infects his team with that passing ability. Everybody starts moving the rock. You know, the 3rd pass turns into the 4th pass. And we go from getting a good shot to a great shot. So Lonzo Ball's a true leader. Guys are going to like to play with him. He's going to draw free agents to come here to LA. I think Paul George will love playing with him. And whoever else we get will love playing with him. So it's just D'Angelo Russell's more of a high-volume scorer. But that's not a bad thing. I also liked Russell had good court vision as well when he wanted to. But he was a score-first type guy. So definitely keep an eye out for Lonzo. He's a true point guard. We haven't seen one like him since the last one that retired, which was probably Steve Nash. So the way he pushes the pace and just gets everybody involved, you know. Am I content with our team now? I'm content with the team, but I'm not satisfied. I feel like we can still improve in free agency, and definitely I would love for us to add, who I've already mentioned on this video, KCP. But that'll do it for this live broadcast, guys. Thank you guys for joining me so much. I appreciate all the questions, all the comments, and I'm always going to be here with you guys throughout the season. Keep it locked right here for everything Lakers, whether it be rumors, you know, pre-game talk, trades, anything. I got you guys locked, man. It's been real, guys. I'll catch you guys after Monday's game between the Kings and the Lakers. So keep it locked right here. Like I said, if you guys already haven't, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Peace out, Laker Nation.